All right, so today we're going to talk about baking a home loan. That's right, we're going to talk about cooking up a home loan. So there's a few different things that go into making your home loan approval. And there's a recipe for it, just like if we were making a cake. So today we're going to go through that. I'm going to take you through the top 5 main ingredients that go in to making your home loan. So let's begin. Number 1 is cash. So what does that mean? Well, if it's a type of loan that you're putting down payment on, or you have closing costs you're going to pay, and every single loan has closing costs, your cash is going to be how much money you have in the bank, how much money you have in your checking account, how much money you have in your savings account, Roth IRAs, 401ks, any type of investments accounts that you might be taking those funds from in order to use as a down payment and or a closing cost. So very important. The biggest thing with those is we're looking for any large deposits. Any large deposits in those we have to be able to prove and show where they came from, or else we can't use them. And that has to do with the anti-money laundering law. So the biggest thing to do is when you're getting all your accounts ready, look for any large deposits. Now direct deposits are okay, like from your pay or from Social Security, things like that that can be tracked that are direct deposits are fine. But any large sums of cash or transfers, we have to be able to track. So make sure you take the time to have that set up properly to where we can properly track that for you. Next is credit. Pretty simple and straightforward. What we're looking at here is not only just your credit score, but also your accounts. Have you had any foreclosures, bankruptcies, short sales? Are there any judgments or liens against you? Those are all things that we're looking for. Obviously, the cleaner and better your credit is, and the higher your credit score, the easier loan approval you're going to have. Also, another thing we have to take into account is all the monthly payments that show up on your credit report. So if you have a car payment, any credit cards, student loans, we have to take all those minimum monthly payments that are showing on your credit report, and we have to calculate those into what's called your debt to income ratio. And that's something I'll be covering in another video. And next, in our recipe that we need to do to make our home loan cake is our income. How much income do we make per month? We get to use your gross before we're taking out any taxes or anything. And we have to take that into account to help show that you have the ability to be able to afford your mortgage payment and also be able to repay it on time and handle all your other debts that we're including as well. We also have to make sure that it's income that we can be used. For example, if you get overtime or you get bonuses, we have different formulas for those we have to use. Mainly, have you been receiving them for at least the last 2 years? That's bonus and overtime and other things like that. And does it look like it's going to continue? Those are all things we have to take into account. Next is job stability. Obviously, we want to make sure that someone has good job stability and that they're going to continue to have employment after we've closed and funded the loan. Now that doesn't necessarily mean you have to be on your same job for 2 years, but we're going to go back and look in the last 2 years and make sure that you have good job stability and that you haven't had any gaps in employment. If you had some gaps, we need to be able to explain those. And finally, the 5th and final biggest thing that we look for in creating your recipe for your home loan approval is the property itself. So it's cash, credit, income, job stability, and the property. So the property is going to have some different things. Obviously, if when it rains, you have to move a bucket around and stuff to catch water, we're not going to live on that house. We want to make sure that the house is safe, sound, and sanitary for you to live in. Also, different types of properties have different requirements. A single family residence is a multi-unit residence, like a duplex, a triplex, or a quadplex. Is it a condo or a townhome or even a manufactured home? Those different types of properties have different requirements. Now here's the thing, if you take the time and make sure that your cash, credit, income, job stability, and the property are all in line and you do a good job of organizing that, you're gonna make your home loan taste delicious. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out and we'll talk to you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.